My name is Kelvin Heard. I am a healer, and this is Angela Donovan, a leading spiritual mentor. Do you think there are underground secret locations in this country and around the world? And do you think the secret intelligence services are aware of these installations?
It's an interesting one you're asking there, because I've had family members who have been down to underground bases. As they've all passed over, I don't mind speaking about them. I wouldn't be so unkind otherwise. Trying to get information out to people is not easy. But I've met a lot of people who have been involved in so-called underground bases. I'm more concerned that it's not really that they've just had these underground bases for a very long time. And we're talking 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s to now, 2012. It seemed from what I'm gathering to have been increased. Now the UK is quite a small place. Doesn't mean the underground bases are small. And they do go down 4, 7 or more levels. And there are huge numbers of them. Some of them under cities, some of them under hills. So then you have to ask, well, why? Well, because they were concerned at the time about nuclear bombs, the atom bomb, and they kept storage of foods. Yes, perhaps all good things. Not that it was for the general public. It never would be. And that's something one has to come to terms with. But I am now aware that they've got huge cities, if you like, that are there and ready for use. And often, a lot of people are saying, those in political circles that are important get a ticket. And most of their close family. And again, you have to say, okay, so why would they do that if it wasn't a real threat? Or is the threat created by those who are leading us down this dreadful path? So everybody's got to make their own decision on that. But not be ignorant to the fact that it exists.
Absolutely.
So I'm not trying to tell everybody this is how it is. All I'm saying is that it's healthy to question, and perhaps I am procrastinating a bit here. What I should say is, look, we know they exist, we know there's food stores, and we know there are huge places for people to go. We know there are test laboratories, and that people are down there being used and abused. Don't like that at all, thank you. But I do not believe in animals being tested either. So why do they not concern themselves on that? For the simple reason that they do it to humans. So that they are doing it. So what else have we got? We've got places and entrances, all highly secret and guarded. Why would they be? Because they don't trust the public. The masses.
Absolutely.
We know America's absolutely full of these wonderful cities, especially for people. And then they've got a wonderful FEMA prisons everywhere. Now what would they be for? Could that be when the collapse comes, or could that be when there's going to be some terrible neutron bomb going off? I say neutron because I don't think they want to destroy buildings. But they're not worried about people.
Certainly not.
So here, when we talk about the UK, I know there are these places, and I know they exist.
There was a friend of mine who is a consultant for the World Bank, and he has been to some of these places where there are huge food storages. And interestingly enough, there are genetic, almost modification of rats, which have grown long hair. Because all these...
Attractive.
Very attractive. But the food is kept in these huge underground, almost like sort of fridges.
Excuse me, you've just linked the long-haired blonde rats with the food.
Yeah, they are. That's why they're in there as well.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I would say that it's much more than rats.
Okay.
I would say you've got other animals that have been used and abused.
But he's seen them.
And hybrid animals and humans, of course. Without question.
And this man is to be trusted, definitely.
So if you add to that other information of those who have Now, it's very difficult if you travel in time, because if you travel forward in time, are you travelling to the true future that exists for us on this timeline? Yes?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, those who have travelled ahead that I know very closely, and I have myself done Russian remote viewing techniques to look, is that the set future?
Can I ask you a question? How many timelines or possibilities could there possibly be?
I'm not happy about timelines at all. I believe that there are the two.
Okay.
Some are saying now that there could be a fine line between the two.
Yeah.
Very funny. One or the other. It's not nice, the road that we're heading down, unless we all say no. We do not want war. We do not want any more destruction and death.
Yeah.
And, excuse me, why are you all going into hiding and leaving clones in power?
Yeah.
Because that would be it.
Absolutely.
In power of what?
Yeah.
And then if you've got any automated cyborg creatures out there who just shoot to kill anyway, that's a very nasty looking future.
It is.
And it's certainly not one for people with spirit and human spirit to live through.
Yeah.
So I know I'm taking it over a bit further than what you were saying, but yes, I know in some underground facilities they've had visitors, in other words, alien beings and tall greys in situ. I know that. And they've got these little ugly-looking monkey greys, which aren't reality, really. They haven't got any soul anyway. And they're just like automated beings, not very nice at all. So we've got another side to all this going on. And of course the hush-hush, nobody's allowed to speak about it.
So where does all this fit in, like, to the bigger picture of humanity?
I believe it fits in very well in this society over the last 100 years, that we've been coming to this point of either mass destruction or finding ourselves and starting afresh.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Okay.
Shake and wake, again, is the sort of words I use.
Yeah, but it's true, isn't it?
That we do that. I just I'm disappointed that everything that everybody was educated to believe from childhood is a lie.
Yeah.
History.
Everyone is sold an illusion. Completely.
And that it would be nice to actually alter that in the educational system, to bring in something real and free for people. Instead of taking them down this road where they're actually, learning what they think they should learn, go to university if they can, and then come out with no job because there won't be any jobs because they're all going to be automated in artificial intelligences doing everything.
Yeah.
And robots everywhere. So, excuse me, there isn't really anywhere for people.
No.
It'd be great if it was sort of a paradise that you could just live in and enjoy, and enjoy the challenge of existence as well, and assisting the harmony of our world. That would be fantastic. That's what I'd really love to be a party to, and creating a new system of understanding with knowledge and wisdom, and that's the education.